Welcome. In this video, we'll be going over setup and the basics of how to play Valeria Card Kingdoms and then following up with a solo playthrough. So down at the table, Valeria Card Kingdoms is a tableau building, engine building game for 1 to 5 players. Base game you can play solo or competitively. I'm definitely doing the solo mode here, but in competitive play, it's a victory point based game. You're using your resources to bring in citizens, defeat creatures, buy some domains, and when the game end is triggered, have the most victory points at the end of that game. And in competitive play, depending on the number of players, a certain amount of card stacks needs to be emptied for that to happen. So in solo mode, a lot of the things work the same, but to me, it looks like it's more of a tower defense. We have creatures up here that are attacking down in each column. We're going to have 3 cards down at the bottom, basically being our city. If the creatures defeat all of the cards, well, all of the citizens in there, they start taking out the city. And if we get an empty domain stack in one of these columns, then that's going to trigger the end game and we'll automatically lose. We will automatically win if the first 5 empty spots are the creatures up top. So victory points do not matter for those 2 end-game conditions. The other way the game ends is if there's just 5 empty card stacks on the board. We'll end the game, then it comes down to victory points between us and what they call the Dark Lord. So before we go into the phases of the game, we'll go ahead and get set up here. So we do have a board for tracking our resources. The resources in the game, we have gold, strength, magic, and then another way to track victory points that we gain throughout the game. Gold is going to be used for us to recruit citizens and put them in our tableau. Strength is used for defeating creatures. Magic kind of supplements both of the other 2, so as long as we spend 1 gold or 1 strength, we can use the rest in magic to do what we need to do up here. But some creatures do require a certain amount of magic for them to be defeated. And starting the game off, we're going to start with 2 gold and 1 magic. So the 5 creature stacks I have out there is what the game recommends for the game to start with. So there's going to be 5 creatures in here. There are another one in each of the stacks that has a 5 in it. That's for a 5-player game. So remove that in each of these stacks. Each of these monster stacks are going to come from a certain type of terrain. So you want to keep those together. Other than that, it's just letting you know what type of creature we're fighting. And then the amount of strength it takes to defeat. Victory points is going to give us at the end of the game, and then the gold coins or our reward for defeating them in combat. So we've got a stack of goblins, then a stack of skeletons that we'll be trying to take out. So you can see some of the rewards are going to be you get multiples or multiplied by a certain amount of icons you've taken out. And in the forest, we've got some treants and some spiders. Then up in the mountains or the hills, some owlbears, giants, and a troll. And our last stack of creatures, dire bear, and some orcs. So then we need to set up our citizens. I went with what the game recommended for starting out with, for setting those up. So basically for each action, which is rolling a dice, so these are going to go from 1 through 12. There are 2 of every number in the game, except for 5 and 6, which is basically copying our starter cards. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then these last 2 is 9 and 10 for the 1 card, or 11 and 12 for the 1 card. So each one of these is going to show you what they activate with. So when you roll the dice, you are going to activate the actual numbers they rolled and then the sum of the 2. So for this one, we'd activate a 2, 6, and an 8. This guy's an 8, so that lets us know we could activate him. This just lets you know a certain type of character that is, which will come into play when we're trying to buy domains. It's going to give us the cost in gold coins to buy. The plus is, if it's your first one you're buying, it costs 2. If I already have 1 in my tableau, the next one I buy is going to be 2 plus 1. And if I already have 2, then the next one I buy is going to be 2 plus 1 plus 1. So that's just kind of setting up if you have multiples of the same card, it's going to cost you more. Then we've got a name. Then we have, when we roll the dice, basically in competitive mode, if you're the person rolling the dice, you're going to get this bonus. Someone else is rolling the dice and gets this number, then you get this bonus. And the solo mode, you've got 2 phases. We're going to end up activating both during our phases. So for the first harvest phase, we're going to get 4 strength with this guy. Second harvest phase, we can spend 1 gold coin to get 4 strength. And another thing the dice are going to determine is which creature attacks. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is we pick what column attacks. And if we do defeat all the creatures in 1 stack, we're going to put an exhausted card out here. Then if that stack were to be rolled, nothing's going to happen unless you're playing in a harder difficulty. So I'm just going to be playing the base game. And I guess one other thing I should mention for the citizens, there is 6 of each card, but the game does tell you you're just putting 5 into play. So be sure to take 1 out from each of those stacks. All right, so we've gone over the monsters, we've gone over the citizens. We've got 5 exhausted cards over here. So basically the game ends with, we get 5 empty stacks and those come out. We do need a starting Duke, which is going to give us in-game victory points. So normally the game tells you to take 2 and choose 1. I'm just going to take the one off the top. So we're playing as Cornelius the Dreamer. So at the end of the game, we're going to score 3 victory points for every domain card we have, and 1 victory point for every 3 resources we have. So the way the book tells you to score those is add up all your gold, your magic, and your strength, divide by 3, and that's going to let you know how many victory points you have. Unfortunately, I don't plan on buying a bunch of domains. So that's probably going to, this is probably why we draw 2 cards and look. So definitely going to take this guy. We're going to end up being Hrothgar the Conqueror. So at the end of the game, we're going to score 2 victory points for every monster, 1 victory point for every type of that monster we've taken out, and then add up all our victory points, divide by 4, and get that many victory points. And the reason why I'm not going to be purchasing a bunch of domains is that's our village. If we start buying those, we're weakening our buildings for the monsters attacking. So then the Dark Lord we're fighting is just going to be a random card. And that's how the Dark Lord will score at the end of the game. Then setting up our domains. Basically, if we were to purchase those, we need to have citizens in play that provide us those symbols. Then we can spend the coin there, get the victory points, and they all have a special ability. Some you do immediately, some will happen throughout the game. So we'll give those cards a shuffle. And each stack is going to get 3, but 2 gets put face down. And 1 on top. So we've got Rogue's Landing, the Golden Obelisk of Nay, Cloud Rider's Camp, Emerald Stronghold, and the Eye of Asteroden. And then the rest are removed from the game. And starting cards, which shows on the back, we get 1 Knight, which is going to get us 1 strength. We get a Peasant, it's going to get us a gold. And then we get a Herald. So if we roll doubles, we get to choose a resource of our choice, or if we roll dice and none of our other cards activate, we get to use that card. So that is the setup. For the game flow, first thing we're going to do is the roll phase, because you're the only player. We roll the dice at the start of every round. So we got a 2 and a 4. So that's going to go into the harvest phase where we activate our tableau. So we're going to activate cards that are 2, 4, and then the sum of those, so 6. Now we don't have a 2 and a 4. We've got a 6, so we get the left side of the card. After we go through that phase, we go into our action phase. So this helps better with that. So the actions we have, we can do 2 actions. We can mix and match or do the same 2. Slaying a monster by spending what's required over there. Recruit a citizen by spending some money. Build a domain by having the requirements here and the money. Or just gain a resource of our choice. So all those 3 actions are the same that happen in competitive play. Monster phase is something new. So whatever dice we rolled is also going to activate the certain columns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, we don't have a column for. So in a 2 and a 4, going to activate the skeleton, and the Dark Lord is going to capture one of these citizens. If there are no citizens here, it's going to take one of the domains. If we roll a 6, we choose which column is going to get attacked. But the caveat to that is, say we've cleared out one of these areas, we cannot choose an area that's already been exhausted out. So there are some harder ways to play. You can do both the numbers on the dice and the addition of those 2, but that is a more advanced way. So if you think the game's too easy, which it might be after you play it once or twice, you can increase the difficulty, activate monster stacks according to the sum of both dice from 2 to 6, so 7 and up, you wouldn't do anything. And additionally, if you want to make it even harder, if a rolled monster stack is exhausted, the Dark Lord himself attacks a column, and that's probably going to be super hard. But I'm just starting with the base way to play solo. So that is all the actions, and we have everything set up for gameplay. I think I've gone over everything. So the nice thing about this game, after you go through a round or 2, everything's going to make a lot more sense. So we're just going to get into the gameplay here. So the roll phase, 4, 5, and 9 is going to activate. So go to our first harvest phase. No 4s, we have a 5. So we're going to get the left side of the card first, getting us 1 coin. 5, or we did the 5. We don't have any 9s in play. So then we go to our 2 actions. Didn't get any fights, so what I'm going to do, just don't have any good options. So I'm just going to try to fill in some gaps here. So I'm going to spend 1, 2 to bring in a merchant. That's going to help on 2s. So I've got his cost there. First harvest phase, we have a choice of getting 2 gold or 2 magic. And second harvest phase, we get a coin. So go ahead and set these up. And then I'm going to spend a gold and a magic to help substitute that for something else that costs 2. 7 should be a popular number, so we'll pick up a rogue. First one costs 2, so first phase, 2 strength, 2 money. Second phase, 1 strength and 1 money. Then we're going to go to the monster phase, activating columns 4 and 5. We can choose either of these to go. We're just going to take a paladin and captured by the Dark Lord and also a butcher. Then we go back to our second harvest phase. We'll activate the areas on the right-hand side, which is just going to be the 5, which gets us 1 money. So not a good first turn. All right, second turn, let's roll a little bit better. 2, 5, and 7 will activate. That's a bit better. So the 2, we're going to go with the magic. 5, we get a money. And then 7, we're going to get 2 fight and 2 money. 2 actions. We're going to spend 1, 2, we're at 4. We're going to spend 3. We're going to pick up another rogue. Then we're going to spend 2 fight or strength to take out a skeleton, and that's going to get us 1 gold coin. And monster phase, columns 2 and 5 are attacking. Going to let the skeleton take out a merchant, and the dire bear is going to take out a peasant. Then we go back to our second phase. Going to get a coin with this guy, 5 coin with the peasant. And since we have 2 of those, each of those are going to activate. So we're going to end up getting 2 strength, and 2 coins. 1, 2, 1, 2. And next turn, 1, 2, and 3 is going to activate. No 1s, no 3s, but we got a 2. We're going to take 2 magic. And then we're going to spend 1, 2, 3 to pick up a cleric. So first phase, 3 magic. Second phase, 1 magic. And then we're going to spend 2 fight. Take out another skeleton, which gets us a coin. And we're activating monsters in column 1 and 2. So we'll take out a knight and a merchant. Then second phase, 1, we get a magic. 2, we get a coin. And 3, we get nothing. So like I said, once you get the hang of the game, things are going to go pretty quick. So 1, 6, and 7 is going to activate. So 1, we get 3 magic. 1, 2, 3. 6, we get 1 strength. And 7, we're going to get 4 strength and 4 money since we have 2 of those. So 9 and 5. Our 2 actions we're going to take. We're going to spend 4 money to get another rogue. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to spend 1, 2 fight to take out another skeleton, getting us another coin. And then 1 and 6 is going to activate. We'll take out a knight. And then we're going to choose column 3 to activate and take out a champion. Then we're going to gather a magic from our cleric. Strength. Then we're going to get 3 strength and 3 money now. And go to our next turn. So 1, 5, and 6 is going to activate. 1 gets us 3, which is going to take us up to 12. And the game does come with a lot of these tokens to give us our plus 10s. 5 gets us a coin. 6 gets us a fight. So we're going to finish off this column of monsters, spending 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skeleton, so we're going to get 1 coin, taking us to 11. And 1 magic up to 13. And then the Skeleton King takes 8. So we're going to go spend 1, 2, and then 6 from here. So that's going to go down to 7. So we can supplement with the magic. And that is going to get us 2 coins for every one of that type we've done, which is going to be 5 since we've taken out that whole stack. So we get 10 money. All right, so that was our 2 actions. Column 1 activates, we'll take out a knight. Column 5 activates, we'll take out a butcher. Then we have our second activation down here. 1 gets us a magic, and 5 is going to get us a coin. All right, next round. 1, 5, and 6 again. 3 magic. So up to 11. And a coin. And 6. I don't think I got that at the end of the last round. Oh well. Up to 2. I think I'm going to purchase a 4. So the archer cost 4. So we'll go down to 19. So that's going to get us some strength. I want to start building in our other areas, but we will go ahead and spend 1 to take care of a goblin, which is going to get us a coin. And activate the goblins, taking out a knight and another peasant because of the 5. Then we're back over here. Get a magic, a coin, and strength. Next round, 3, 4, and 7 is going to activate. Don't have a 3, we just got the 4, which is going to get us 2 strength. 7 is going to get us 6 strength and 6 money. So it goes up to 10. We're going to spend 3 money to pick up a mercenary, so we got our 3 covered. Then spend 1 fight to take care of a goblin and grab a coin. Monsters activate in columns 3 and 4. So a champion and a paladin. Then we're going to work over here so I can spend a strength to gain 2 coins. I'm actually not going to do that. I want all the fight I can get now. I think I need to go all fight. We're doing pretty good with 25 money, I think. 4 is going to get us a fight. And then, of course, 7 is going to get us 3 and 3. So we'll go up to 8 there, and 13 in our strength. Next phase, or turn, 1, 5, and 6. So 3 magic, 1, 2, 3. 1 coin, and 1 strength. So we'll spend a fight for a goblin, getting a coin in return. Then the next one takes 3 fights, 1, 2, 3. And that one we have a choice of getting a coin or some magic. We're going to get some magic. Then the Goblin King's going to activate. And I don't want to take out the knight. We'll take out a cleric. And the dire bear is going to take out another butcher. Then back to our second phase, we're going to get some magic. We're going to get a coin. And we're going to get some strength. And next turn, 1, 6, and 7. 3 magic. 1 strength. And then we're going to get 6 money and 6 strength. So it goes up to 8. And that goes up to 20. So spending 6 on the Goblin King. That's going to get us a coin for every one of those we've taken care of. We've taken care of all 5 now. So that's 5 money. That's going up to 43 money we have. And I feel like that dire bear's been busy. So we're going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to take care of the bear. And that's, we're going to take 2 magic back from that. And we're activating 1, which is free now since that column is defeated. 6, we get to choose a column, cannot choose one that's already exhausted. I think the owl bear has been the least active, so we're going to take out an archer. Then use our second phase to get a magic, a strength, and then 3 coins and 3 strength. And next turn, 2, 5, and 7. We've been making bank on these rogues. So the 2, we're going to choose 2 magic. 5, we get a coin, and a 7, we're getting 6 coin. And 6 fight. There are 2 actions. Yeah, I feel like I got a good system going. So we'll go after the bear for 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pick up 2 magic from the dire bear. Now I've got an orc warrior that takes 9. So we'll go ahead and pay for that. So that's going to allow us to get a character that costs 3 or less. And the pluses do not matter on that. So I see no reason why we wouldn't pick up another rogue. All right, monsters. 2 is good. 5 is the orc warrior taking out a peasant. Then we activate. We're going to get a coin and a coin and 4 coins and 4 strength. Go to our next round. All right, we rolled doubles. So with the doubles, we get a resource of our choice. We're going magic. 3s, we're going to activate that twice. So we're going to get 2 strength and 2 money from the mercenary. And then the 6 is going to get us 1 more strength. We're going to spend 9. To take care of the orc warrior, getting another character that costs a 3 or less. And I'd like to get that, and no, I wouldn't be spending money anyway, so that's not going to matter. Champion doesn't help. If we took out a rogue, that's just going to hurt us. We will just pick up a cleric with that. Then, second action, we're going after a domain. So we need to have one of each of those symbols. So we've got one of those there, and then the helmet we have over here. So cost of 8 money. Immediately gain 5 fight. And you may slay a monster. That goes in our victory points. And the monster we want to slay is right over here. The orc chieftain. So we're going to get 10 money out of that. And that's our 3rd column taken care of. The bad news is Treant's activating twice. So we'll have him take out a champion and a mercenary. And then we get to activate him twice, but I don't want to do that ability, so we're not going to. And the 6 gets us 1 fight. So next round, 2, 5, and 7. 2, we're going to take 2 magic. 5, we get a coin. And now we're going to get 8 coin and 8 strength. So we're making some money. And both those stacks are getting low. I think the Treant's doing more damage, so we're going to attack that way. Spending 3. It's going to get us a coin and a magic. Then we'll spend another 3 to take care of another Treant. Coin and a magic. Then 2's not going to activate, and neither is 5. Then we go back to our second round down here, getting a coin, another coin. Then we're going to get 4 more coins and 4 strength. And next turn. 1, 6, and 7. The dice are doing well. So with the ones, we're going to end up getting 6 magic. Six, 1 strength, and then we're going to get 8 and 8. Then we're going to spend 6 fight to take care of a spider. So with that, we can either get 3 coins or get a knight. And like I said, getting a knight is not good for us. So we'll take the 3 money. We're pretty rich. Then we'll spend 6 more. To get 3 more money from another Bane Spider defeated. So 1 can't activate. 6, we have to choose one of these to activate. We're going to take out a Mercenary from the Spider Queen. Then back to our second phase, we're going to get 2 magic, 1 strength, and then 4 money and 4 strength. All right, things are going our way. And they just keep going our way. 2, 5, and 7. So the 2 will take 2 magic. 5 will get a coin. Then 8 coin and 8 fight. We are going to spend for the Spider Queen. She needs 3 magic used. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll use 2 fight. Our options for her, we can either get 10 money or a character and a victory point. Well, we'll take a victory point and we'll pick up a merchant. All right, enemies activating. 2 and 5. We're good. I guess we can see what this is. Grimwater Keep. All right, going back through our stack. We're going to get 2 coins from this. 1 coin from there. And 4 coins and 4 fight. Next turn. 4, 5, and a 9. So we're going to get 2 fight, 1 coin, and we didn't get a 7. What are we going to do? All right, Owlbear takes 4 to defeat, gets us 2 magic, and we'll spend 4 more and get 2 more magic. All right, Owlbear is going to activate and take out a Paladin. 5 can't go, so back to us. We'll get strength, coin, and go into the next turn. 4, 6, and 10. So the 4 gets us 2 fight. 6 gets us 1 fight. 10 gets us nothing. Our 2 actions, we are going to spend 4 to take care of an Owlbear, which gets us 2 magic. Then we're going to spend 2 money to pick up a Paladin, because that's immediately going to get us spend a strength to get 3 magic. Giant's going to attack in here, taking out an archer. Then we go back through, getting a strength, another strength. Then we're going to spend a strength to get 3 magic. And our last turn, unless I really want to prolong the game, 3, 4, and 7. 3, we get a coin and a strength. 4 gets us 2 strength. Then our 4 rogues get us 8 strength and 8 money. All right, first action. We're taking out a giant. It cost us 8. We're going to gain a coin and 2 magic. Second action, take out a troll. It's going to take 12. We will spend 10 strength and 2 magic to do that. And it's going to get us 10 magic back. Takes that column. We don't take or look at the end game until the end of the turn. So we still get to come back through 3 and 4, not doing anything. So down here we can spend, yeah, we're not going to do that. 4, we get 2 more fights. Oh, we will that way then. So we can do these in any order. So we gain 2, then we're going to, well, actually we gained 1. Then we're going to spend 1 to get 2 coins. Then we're going to get 4 and 4. And now in-game triggers, we have defeated that, so that is an auto win. Like I said before, there are ways to increase the difficulty. So you can start using the sum of these in addition to the fights. So if it was 1, 4, you'd also do the 5th column. So anywhere from 2 to 6, you'll be using the rules above for the monsters attacking. And also, if you want to make it even harder after that, even when you have an exhausted column, the Dark Lord will attack that column, which is definitely going to make a huge difference in the game. But I just wanted to go through the basics to show you how that works. So as always, hope you enjoyed this playthrough. So please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.